Hi, I'm Sean Bagby. Now, in a previous video, I outlined a leadership development philosophy based on 4 pillars: leader, legacy, life cycle, and lifelong learning. So today I'd like to expand on the second pillar, and that is legacy. And when I say legacy, what I'm really referring to is the power of personal impact expressed through giving and receiving mentorship. So I'd like to start by describing what I think good mentorship is, what it's not, and why it's important. So mentorship in my mind is the influence, guidance, and direction given by a person with more experience in some domain of performance to someone who has less experience in that domain. And to me, good mentorship usually implies a relationship, a longitudinal one that is based on the needs of the mentee rather than just the preferences and experiences of the mentor. Now, mentorship should not be confused with counseling. Counseling is usually more short-term, more performance-oriented, and more focused on correcting some deficiency and less focused on the needs of the individual and doesn't usually require a relational component. In other words, counseling, in my mind, is more transactional than it is relational. Likewise, mentorship is not the same as role modeling, although I think that some role models can be very good mentors. Now, mentorship is important from just a practical standpoint because in the long term, none of us gets very far by ourselves. You need a team. And a good mentor can help you understand your own strengths, your weaknesses, and more importantly, how to maximize your individual efforts to achieve the goals that you set for yourself personally and professionally. A good mentor helps you facilitate your own learning. They help you reflect on how your own values, interact with the world such that you can focus your energy in a way that you can be more effective by being a constant background presence and hopefully an advisor in your own journey as a leader. Now, one thing I want to point out is instead of gravitating towards just one person, I recommend that you build and cultivate relationships with several people who can be mentors to you, thereby creating a mentorship circle. Because different mentors have different strengths and weaknesses and experiences. I also think that when you build your mentorship circle, it's important that you strive for diversity. Now, while it may be comfortable to gravitate towards people who are just like us in terms of our ethnicity, gender, race, religious worldview, etc., and age, I personally find it most useful to have trusted agents around me who are different from myself, as they help me see myself and the world around me from perspectives I may never have considered on my own. And I think you shortchange yourself when you don't take advantage of the diversity of thought represented by a variety of trained minds. Now, lastly, as we become more senior and experienced leaders ourselves, I think we should seek out opportunities to mentor others. Being a mentor can be an extremely rewarding experience. Being a support for another leader multiplies your own impact and helps you maintain connections to other smart people in a way that I think helps keep our own problem-solving skills sharp. I also believe that from the perspective of being a leader in an institution, we have a responsibility to our organizations to make sure that those who may replace us are successful. Mentorship empowers you to pass on your legacy, allowing someone else to pick it up and carry it much further than you could during your time. I mean, after all, what is the purpose of knowledge if we don't endow it to others in service to the organizations that we lead? And to quote former UK Prime Minister Benjamin Disraeli, the greatest good you can do for another is not just to share your riches, but to reveal to them their own. I'd like to know what you think. Please feel free to like, share, or leave a comment. And in the meantime, lead well, be well, and do well. Thank you.